Are you ready for some drama? We're looking at some of the most dramatic moments of the 2022-2023 NFL season, the most costly drops of the year. Let's look at some of the biggest missed opportunities, game-losing mistakes, and jaw-dropping surprises. From veterans to rookies, every player on this list had a moment they'd like to forget. But for fans and viewers, these unforgettable drops are the stuff that makes NFL history. So buckle up, grab your favorite snack, and let's dive in to the most unforgettable drops of the 2022-2023 NFL season. Number 10, Tyler Boyd's devastating drop in Week 13. At number 10, we have Tyler Boyd's unforgettable mistake in Week 13 against the Chiefs. In a game that had fans on the edge of their seats, the Bengals found themselves with a chance to take the lead when Boyd had a clear path to the end zone in the red zone. But when he dropped a wide-open touchdown pass, it was a devastating blow for the Bengals and a missed opportunity that could have cost them the game. However, the NFL is all about turning adversity into victory, and the Bengals proved they were up to the challenge. Despite Boyd's mistake, they fought back and secured a crucial win in the fourth quarter, showing the resilience and determination that makes the NFL so thrilling to watch. Number 9, Amari Cooper's costly slip and drop against the Saints. The Browns were hoping to run the ball and control the clock against the Saints. While on a long drive orchestrated by Deshaun Watson, the Browns had a chance to score a crucial touchdown in the red zone. On 3rd and 10, after buying some time, Watson had all day to throw, but everyone was covered.
He's got all day to throw, but everyone's covered. He'll finally fire.
Finally, he fired a strike to a wide-open Amari Cooper in the end zone, but the Dog Pound's hopes were quickly dashed when Cooper dropped the ball. With nobody around him and the back of the end zone wide open, Cooper slipped and fell, unable to bring the ball in. It was a costly mistake for the Browns, who could not believe what had just happened.
He'll finally fire a strike, and it is dropped in the end zone. Cooper headed for 6. Wow.
Number 8, Dolphins struggle with drops and snowballs in a game against the Bills. This one's a twofer. In a game between the Dolphins and the Bills, the snowy weather was just the beginning of the chaos on the field. As the Dolphins attempted to mount a comeback, their star quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, was throwing perfect passes to his receivers, only to see them dropped time and time again. Newly acquired star receiver Tyreek Hill dropped one of those perfectly placed passes while being pelted by actual snowballs coming down from Bills Mafia, adding insult to injury for the Finns. With the Bills Mafia in full force,
15-yard penalty against Buffalo. Please stop. Thank you.
So if it happens again, they will assess a penalty.
That they can penalize them as a last resort, but
the pressure was on for the Dolphins to perform. But on the very next play, Trent Sherfield dropped another would-be touchdown. Despite their efforts, and having competed fairly well against their rival, the drops and distractions proved to be too much. In this league, the weather and the fans can be just as much of a challenge as the opposing team, and in this case, it was a costly lesson for the Dolphins. Number 7, Chase Edmonds drops a touchdown, Dolphins settle for a field goal. In a game against the Cincinnati Bengals, the Miami Dolphins had a chance to strike early, but a drop by running back Chase Edmonds cost them dearly. The Dolphins had a good offensive series and were deep in the red zone when Tua Tagovailoa found Edmonds in the end zone. However, the running back couldn't secure the catch, and the Dolphins were forced to settle for a field goal. The missed opportunity was a frustrating moment for the Dolphins and their fans, who were hoping for a big win. Every player knows mistakes are a part of the game. Edmonds was supposed to be a big free agent acquisition in 2022, and his time with the Dolphins was plagued by drops and a lack of productivity, which ultimately led to him being benched and eventually traded. Number 6, Christian Watson's critical missed opportunity in Packers vs. Vikings matchup. The 2022 NFL season saw its fair share of costly drops, but not many were more significant than the missed opportunity by rookie Christian Watson in the Green Bay Packers vs. Minnesota Vikings Week 1 matchup. In the first quarter of the game, with the Packers driving down the field,
He's going to unleash, going deep, Watson, the rookie drops it.
Watson found himself wide open for what would have been an easy touchdown catch, but this would be a moment that he and Packers fans would come to regret. The ball slipped through his fingers, and the pass fell incomplete. This would be a precursor to the Green Bay Packers season, which ultimately ended up with drops and inconsistent play that would cost them the playoffs for the first time since 2018. Number 5, Mike Evans' rare and uncharacteristic drop in the NFC South matchup. In a crucial NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers, star wide receiver Mike Evans had a chance to score a touchdown early in the game. With quarterback Tom Brady firing a pass downfield, Evans went up against Panthers cornerback Dante Jackson, but to the surprise of everyone watching, he bobbled and dropped the ball in the end zone. It was a rare and uncharacteristic mistake for Evans, who is known for his sure hands and ability to make big plays. The missed opportunity was frustrating for Evans, who could be seen visibly upset with himself after the play. With so much on the line in every NFL game, every missed opportunity counts, and the Buccaneers would go on to lose a close game to the Panthers. Number 4, Equanimeous St. Brown's crushing drop in game against the Dolphins. Late in the fourth quarter of a closely contested game between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears, with just a minute 29 left on the clock, and the Bears facing a critical 4th and 10 situation, quarterback Justin Fields found wide receiver Equanimeous St. Brown open for what could have been a game-changing first down. But in a moment that would haunt St. Brown and the Bears for weeks to come, the ball slipped through his fingers and the pass fell incomplete. It was a crushing blow for the Bears, who had fought hard all game to keep pace with the Dolphins, and who now saw their hopes of victory slip away in an instant. Number 3, Jalen Waddle's missed opportunities in the AFC wildcard game. In a crucial moment in the 2022 NFL AFC wildcard game between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills, wide receiver Jalen Waddle had a chance to make a huge impact on the game. With the score tied at 0 and 11 minutes and 15 seconds in the first quarter, the Dolphins were looking to take an early lead. Quarterback Skylar Thompson found Waddle open for a huge gain that could have swung momentum to their side. But to the shock and disappointment of Dolphins fans everywhere, Waddle couldn't secure the catch. Then, with under 3 minutes left in the same quarter, rookie quarterback Skylar Thompson sends another deep shot to Waddle, but Tre'Davious White in the vicinity must have done just enough, because Waddle was unable to secure the catch and survive the ground. It was a pivotal moment in the game, one that could have given the Dolphins a much-needed boost of confidence and momentum. Instead, it was 2 missed opportunities that would haunt the Dolphins for the rest of the game. Number 2, Gabe Davis's costly mistake in the 2022 NFL Divisional Round playoff game. In a high-stakes matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills in the 2022 NFL Divisional Round playoff game, wide receiver Gabe Davis had a chance to make a big play for the Bills. With the Bengals leading 24-10 in the third quarter and the Bills looking to mount a comeback, quarterback Josh Allen found Davis open, but to the shock and dismay of Bills fans everywhere, Davis couldn't secure the catch, and the ball fell incomplete. It was a costly mistake for the Bills, who needed every chance they could get to stay in the game. In the end, the Bengals would go on to win the game, advancing to the next round of the playoffs, while the Bills would be left to wonder what might have been if Davis had made the catch. Number 1, Quez Watkins' Butterfingers moment in the Super Bowl. At the top of our list is a moment that had Eagles fans screaming at their TVs in frustration. And no, we're not talking about Watson's turnover in Week 10 versus the Commanders, which ultimately was the main reason the Eagles lost their first regular season game. In Super Bowl 57, wide receiver Quez Watkins had a golden opportunity to score a touchdown and put his team ahead on a silver platter, with a perfect throw from quarterback Jalen Hurts landing right in his hands.
Down the middle, Watkins had it but dropped it, had an opportunity there.
That's a great ball. That's a ball that Quez Watkins is expected to come down with.
But then, disaster struck. The ball inexplicably slipped through Watkins' fingers like a greased pig, leaving the Eagles fans in disbelief. The play was set up perfectly, and the Eagles were poised to seize the moment, but Watkins' hands failed him at the worst possible time. It was a crushing blow for the Eagles, who were left to ponder what could have been if only their star receiver had held onto the ball. In the NFL, every play counts. And in this case, the drop cost the Eagles dearly. So, there you have it, the top 10 most costly drops of the 2022-2023 NFL season. From missed opportunities to game-losing mistakes, these moments remind us of just how much a single drop pass can impact the outcome of a game. Which drop was the most costly in your opinion? Let us know in the comments below.